cliche, but I just wanna be myself. I'm sorry for the way I talk. You know it was a thing. And if you aren't perfect, then you're not just what I mean. That one could work. This song's for every heart who doesn't think it's gonna go to sleep tonight. You're plotting ways and making plans to stay up and maybe do some crying. Overthinking, overworked, overwhelmed and tired. I know it sounds crazy, but maybe you should try. A grown-up lullaby. Close your eyes, count to 3. Don't stress about tomorrow. Don't stress about who you used to be. The past is gone, and the future isn't here, but here is here, and I think you should try a grown-up lullaby. This verse is for the one whose mind is racing, overthinking everything. You wanna talk it out, but then again you just want quiet and peace. Analyzing every single word you've ever said, strategizing how to get the replay out your head. A grown-up lullaby. Close your eyes and count to 3. Don't stress about tomorrow. Don't stress about who you used to be. The past is gone, and the future isn't here, but here is here, and I think you should try a grown-up lullaby. This is heavy, life is heavy, but there's freedom when we're resting. This is heavy, life is heavy, but there's freedom when we're resting. A grown-up lullaby. Close your eyes, count to 3. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about who you used to be. The past is gone, and the future isn't here, but here is here, and I think you should try. Oh, here is right here, and I think you should try a grown-up lullaby. Grown-up lullaby. Oh, a grown-up lullaby. Even though the window pane is marked with 1,000 specks of rain, and your half-closed blinds seem to hold the only light, there's still enough room to see that you'll gonna be okay. Maybe not magic, not quite fantastic, but you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. In a matter of time, it'll be alright. You're gonna be okay.
Try to remember everything you learned and all you've overcome since yesterday. Though the half-closed blinds seem to hold the only light, there's still enough room for you to see.
You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. Maybe not magic, not quite fantastic, but you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. In a matter of time, it'll be alright. You're gonna be okay.
I'm seeing above the waves now.
I'm finding hope in all of this.
I'm above the waves now.
And I believe that I'll be okay. Just a little bit of time and I'll be. Wait a little while and I'll be. Oh, you're gonna be okay. Maybe not magic, not quite fantastic, but you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. In a matter of time, it'll be alright. You're gonna be okay. Just a little bit of time and I'll be. Wait a little while and I'll be. Just a little bit of time and I'll be. Wait a little while and I'll be. I choose to let truth have the final word, even though lies are much easier to believe. I fight in a daily battle against anxiety that tells me that I'm not enough. I'm not beautiful, I'm not successful, my voice doesn't matter, and my words don't hold value. And I can't even say that anxiety says that I'm not loved and cherished, because anxiety takes a step further into my insecurities and says I'm not even able to be loved. I'm not even capable of giving love. I should hang up my coat or throw in the towel or give up the hope of hoping to matter, because I am far from lovable, not even decent, just breath and bones with density decreasing moment by moment each minute of the day. Every second of every hour I hear my mind say, just stay in bed, don't get up. Why would you add to the world? You're a burden. You're too much. You're too cliche, rhyming girl with world. You have nothing to offer. You have nothing to say. The songs they liked were a one-time thing. The videos will fade. Just stay in bed. Don't get up. Don't brush your hair. Don't eat. Don't sleep. Just stare at the wall and think about the most awkward things you've ever said. Ruminate over the worst parts of your day. Start a cycle of pain, fear, and doubt where you can't function or process freedom or being freed from the weight that's on you, heavier than shame, heavier than pain, because it bears the reality of every negativity ever named. Don't text your friends. Give it weeks at a time. Don't answer your phone. Let it ring, but push that little button so it rings on silent so people think you're busy changing the world and writing songs when you're really in a dark, quiet room staring at a wall. I fight. Some would say to fight is to be free from all pain, but the reality is my fight is the ability to see pain, to see my brokenness broken before a battle every day, where I choose to let truth have the final say. I'm not asking my pain to never exist, because without disgust, beauty could never exist. Without pain, I wouldn't understand healing, and without being weighed down, I couldn't appreciate freedom. So when my mind starts to wonder and my thoughts start to scream, I let them have their moment to open the show, because this gig doesn't pay a thing. Not my time, not my attention, not even a lousy applause. I write down the exact lies that my mind wants to tell, and I let truth step up to the mic and be the headliner. Because my mind says that I'm not enough, but truth says that I don't have to be. Because I was made by the epitome of enough for me, and he does his best work when I am weak. And my mind says I'm not beautiful, and I'm too big, and I'm too weird, but truth says there's something wonderfully made about me, and I can't get my truth from a scale or a mirror. My mind says I talk too much, and I should just be quiet, but truth says, what if there's a new season that could change the world, and what if your story is the pilot? What if our minds are the biggest liars? Somewhere between anxiety, depression, and our character flaws. What if they're not yet trained to always tell us what we need, so instead all we hear are despicable, disgusting things? And what if instead of being consumed with the fix, we sat in the hurt, the pain, and the sick? We wrote down the untruths and the doubts and the worst, and we choose in a moment to let truth have the final word, even when lies are easier to believe. When sad songs are more fun and isolation more convenient, or when it's painful to break down day after day, but somehow it's easier than speaking up and asking for help. When panic attacks are easier to understand than peace, even though they tear us apart and leave us feeling weaker than the moment we started. I fight a daily battle, and I make a daily choice. In the discombobulated truth that is my world, when I don't always believe it, and even when I don't know how, I choose to let truth have the final word. They told me follow all your dreams, give it your all, your everything. I packed up in a big old bag and said I'm never looking back, but storms were coming. Nobody told me that the storms were coming. The wind it blew, the earth it shook, it didn't take a second look, and everything in my bag fell to the ground like it was trash. The storm it took me. The storm, it took me. How am I supposed to fly if my wings won't take flight? I'm broken. Please give me a chance. Just take my hand. So I work and take the notes, and then I sleep and work some more. It's all I ever do these days. I hope for better, hope for grace, but storms are coming. Nobody told me that the storms were coming. And how am I supposed to fly if my wings won't take flight? I'm broken. Please give me a chance. And I'm broken. Please just take my hand. This little bird that couldn't fly, thought everything would end at night, is learning that the broken things will be my next puzzle piece. And this storm can't take me if I'm too busy building. And when I'm ready to fly, we're all broken. Please just take a chance. We're all simply broken. Won't you take my hand? In, out. 2 words used to explain the 2 options for going through a door. In and out. The phrase my parents used throughout my childhood to explain how long we would be in the grocery store. And we were sometimes in there a little longer than in and out. The description used by my surgeon that was to represent the simple explanation of my nasal surgery. A quick outpatient procedure and I should stop having chronic sinus issues. In, out. The simplest rules that create a pattern to continue sending and receiving air through our lungs. And just like my surgery, it's much more complex, but to use 2 simple words explains it the best. The breath goes in as we take it all in, and the breath goes out as we send it out. And just like my parents, when they would take us to run errands, going through different aisles to get all we need before going to the checkout lane, there is much more that happens in between the in and the out. As our organs play a melody the choir can't live without, but all we see is this simplistic remix, the in and out, the beginning and end. Breath. We take a breath. Most of us take for granted how easy it is for us to take a breath. As a kid who battled asthma and an adult who still carries an inhaler, I oftentimes have to take conscious breaths. But even then, my story can't even compare to the beautiful souls on a waiting list waiting for a chance to have the advantage of in, out. Step 1, step 2, we forget how good it feels to have in, out. We get so caught up in our list of to-dos, we forget to take a moment to say thank you for in, out. I remind myself to take the steps, the simplest steps, even on the days where it feels like I can't, on the days where work isn't fun anymore, to love what you do and never work a day. But what about the days where I'm working and I love it, but it's still a pain? And on the days where my family is far from perfect, the days where apologies and insecurities are colliding and colluding, and I feel so insecure I start to wonder if it was all worth it. And on the days where the news makes me angry, where change seems unrealistic and middle ground seems like an impossible dream, on the days where my car seems like it won't start, when I try to make breakfast but everything ends up burnt, when I'm an hour from home and my phone is on 1%, when I start to doubt my choice to live on the West Coast and pay this much in rent, on the days when I'm tired of shopping but I still haven't found what I'm looking for. You too have had these moments when you're just hoping for an open door, when my health is failing me, friends aren't around, when my confidence is too quiet, when my fears are too loud, when everything is just as it seems, broken pictures and scattered dreams, and everything I want is confused with what I need, but it doesn't even matter because none of it is coming to me when I feel alone. When I am alone, somehow there is still hope. Because just like the motions it takes to go through a door, my body is ready to do the only consistent thing that life brings forth: in, out. It tells me that there is still a chance to recover. In, out. It tells me that right now won't last forever. In, out. With each passing breath, there is more promise of the next. In, out. In, out. Sometimes soft, sometimes consistent, sometimes heavy, sometimes burdened. Sometimes the in is because of surprise. Sometimes the out is the reality of demise. Sometimes the in filled with disbelief. Sometimes the out is the only form of relief. In, out. I will not take it for granted. I will not lose sight of the only thing I know, because in a world of uncertainties and things I'm unsure of, I will always remember that where there is breath, there is hope. I've had a couple broken hearts. I've had a couple pieces can't seem to put together. Way too many sleepless nights. Wide awake knowing that I deserve better. But what's a girl supposed to do when everybody's eyes are on you? And what's a girl supposed to say when nobody wants the truth? Breathe deep. Take a chance on me. I'm not the girl I used to be. I won't repeat history. I'm just gonna breathe deep. Take a chance on me. I gotta believe it's more than I see. So I'm just gonna breathe deep. So many heavy days, trying to hold the whole world up on my shoulders. If I could take the pain away, I wouldn't spend another moment feeling so hopeless. Or what's a girl supposed to do when everybody's eyes are on you? And what's a girl supposed to say when nobody wants the truth? Take a chance on me. I'm not the girl I used to be. I won't repeat history. I'm just gonna breathe deep and take a chance on me. I gotta believe it's more than I see. How can I fly if I don't fall? I'll never get high if I don't start on the ground. And how do you know if it's true love if you've never been hurt before? And how will I find the strength to fight if I've never been broken down, down, down? I'm coming up for air now, and I'll breathe deep and take a chance on me. I'm not the girl I used to be. I won't repeat history. I'm just gonna breathe deep and take a chance on me. I've gotta believe it's more than I see. I just gotta breathe deep. Yeah. I'm sorry for all the things I said when I forgot I was trying to be normal. And I'm sorry for the lie that I was trying to be normal. I was made with a little bit of West Coast, little bit of South. I get all my crazy from my mom and my dad. They say be who you are, there's no such thing as normal. And I know it's a little bit 1991 pop song to say just be yourself. So call me a 1991 pop song. Don't wanna be nobody else. Me, myself, and I, we got some growing up to do. So call the restaurant and set the table for two. And I'll pull up a chair because I gotta learn somehow, somewhere. Me, myself, and I are sorry for the way we tried to make it seem like we're neurotypical. When we know there's just some things that we can't control. But I just wanted to fit in, didn't want to stand out, didn't want you looking at me the way you looking at me right now. Before you knew that I'm not neurotypical. It's a little bit 1991 pop song to say just be yourself. So call me a 1991 pop song, don't wanna be nobody else. Me, myself, and I, we got some growing up to do. So call the restaurant and set the table for two. And I'll pull up a chair because I gotta learn somehow, somewhere. Me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I. Yeah. Piano here, 'cause that's where it belongs. 2 minutes in is the perfect part of the song for feelings. If I'm gonna say sorry, I'm gonna say it to myself. You take a lot of hate from the doubt I manifest. Listening to listeners' lists makes inhibitions that did not exist until the existence of my listening. Like a mirror or a scale is the definition of you. I'm sorry to my body for what I put you through. Not thanking you for walking with me when my mind was walking from me. How you carried life inside me gave me more joy than pounds could give me. I'm sorry to my soul, I was just a kid. I didn't realize my profits were helping let you go. The people that I trusted to teach me everything became professors in the machine that's anti-original. But I don't even have to be like anybody else. I know it's so cliche, but I just wanna be myself. I'm sorry for the way I told you normal was a thing. And if you are imperfect, then you know just what I mean. Myself and I, we've got some growing up to do. So call the restaurant and set the table for two. And I'll pull up a chair because I gotta learn somehow, somewhere. Me, myself, and I. Oh, me, myself, and I, we got some growing up to do. So call the restaurant and set the table for two. And I'll pull up a chair because I gotta learn somehow, somewhere. There's no such thing as normal. Yeah, be who you are. There's no such thing as normal. Hey, I'll say it again, say be who you are. There's no such thing as normal.